people are distracted, man. Distracted by measly human things, which you are supposed to be distracted by because you are a human, essentially. So these measly human things are supposed to bother you. But at some point, we were given the ability to think, consciousness. And you see with all these old religious texts that they were pushing us in the direction for us to actually ascend past our human animalistic nature and delve into what we would call spirit. And what we call spirit is the being that sees everything, senses everything, feels everything before it's even happened. That is what you call the spirit. The one who, regardless of them losing the battle, they're 3 goals down, he still senses, feels and thinks that he can win. That is what you call the spirit. Spirit works both ways. Good spirit, bad spirit, fighting spirit, and an evading spirit, a wandering spirit. And people usually climb into 2 categories, which is the warriors and then the wanderers. And what happens is that the warriors are the people who usually are up for the battle, and the wanderers are those who are just everywhere, man. Sometimes they want to be a warrior, sometimes they want to be a wanderer, sometimes they don't even want to be there. They just change all the time, indecisive, not knowing what they're going to do. And that's the wandering spirit. But when you look at all these religious texts, they were pushing us in the direction of ascending from wandering spirits to warrior spirits, to fighting spirits. Spirits that fight for their own, fight for their young, fight for their ideas, fight for their creations, and fight for their lives. And as individuals, we should all aspire to take principles from all these religious texts, because not all of it is bad and not all of it is good. But the fact that it is there, provided to you in this world, on this planet, it means that there's something that can be taken from it that could provide the spark in your life for you to start moving in the right direction. Because a lot of people, or some people, are not born into situations where they even get an opportunity to discover these things. They're not born into a religious background or religious family or whatever. They're born into chaos, into havoc, and it ends up showing up as they grow older and become adults. And then society still takes them out. The police will come and take them out. The government will come and take them out. They don't allow any room for life circumstances in molding the person that you see. For you to even be in a position where you are hearing about right from wrong, you're discovering about the different religious texts and spirituality and all of that, you're in a blessed position, man. And you cannot take that for granted, because you've been put in a position that you can succeed and you will not lose your life and you will not lose your freedom by going to jail. For some other people, it's the life that they were born into, and literally the streets raised them. And for these people, it's almost destiny that they end up in those type of situations. But still, because God is alive, the planet is alive, He will suggest to even those who seem doomed, who seem destined for chaos, He will suggest to them a different path, a brighter path, because He puts it all out there into the universe, everywhere, for everyone to see, and give everyone an opportunity, especially now in this day and age, where back in the day, it was you hearing a story coming from another village, another town, and you had no physical evidence to actually know if this person, this traveler, the messenger, is actually telling you the truth or not. But now you can see with your phones, you can hear with your phones, you can interact with your phones. We're in a blessed position that it's only right and it's only certain that from this point on, people will move in that direction to ascend towards their highest spirit self, so that the Holy Spirit can ignite and show itself within every single person that has it. Not everyone has the Holy Spirit, man. Not everyone has it. A lot of people have destructive spirits because life is yin and yang. Yin and yang. There's good and there's bad. There's life and there's death. There's destruction and then there's creation, and all living things lie within these forces or shift between these two forces depending on the situation. Nobody's perfect, as I said. Not everyone is completely bad and not everyone is completely good. But some people veer towards one side more than the other. And that is because, as I said before, they probably did not grow up in an environment where they were actually made aware of these things and made conscious of the fact that there's a certain way to live your life correctly without harming. You can't discount any fellow man. You can't discount anyone for what they've done or for who they are, unless they consciously know and they know better. But there's some people who don't know any better, man. There's some people out there in poverty, they never even got a chance and they died that way. There are others who hopefully I will be able to give a chance, and those who want to see creation, those who want to see prosperity, will also go to those places and give those people a chance. The rest of these guys, they can stay out here doing what they do. They can stay out here going out, being selfish, being wasteful, all of these things that they just take for granted because they're not conscious beings. They're not aware of what's actually happening and not seeing the full big picture. They're just living in it. What do you expect?